using technology as powerful tool to drive real world change. We are here to learn from two inspiring women whose work is a testament to the impact that innovation and leadership can have on communities and society at large. I'm your host, Dorcas Yakubu, and I'm honored to guide today's discussion. We are joined by two outstanding speakers, Miss Joy Tari-Bagshaw, a passionate software engineer making real change through her projects, and Victoria Aikins, chapter president of Coding Leaders UCC, leading community initiatives that empower more women in tech. So together we will explore the journeys, the challenges they have faced, impacts they have created, and the advice they have for the next generation of tech leaders. So without further delay, let's dive right into the conversation. Okay, so to our speakers, can you kindly introduce yourself a bit before we proceed? Thank you. So let's start with
Hello.
yeah,
Yeah, I
hello.
think I'll go first.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Happy to be here. Thank you all so much. So, my name is Joy, and I'm a software engineer and developer advocate. And since I'm also involved in lots of community building projects as well, I also love to term myself a community leader, right? So, I've worked on several projects spanning from software engineering, like building web applications, mobile applications, AI applications as well. And aside coding, I just also love showing off. I just also love showing off outside of like my workspace. I don't like to be the person who's just sitting and coding all day. So I would also say I love advocacy. I think my passion has also led me there. So I love speaking at events, advocating for young women in tech as well, young girls to get into tech, mentoring them, just giving them a space and letting them know that their voices are heard in the tech space, right? And aside that, what else do I love to do? Yeah, and I'm also involved in a lot of facilitation, AI projects as well. But overall, I guess we'll also get to talk more about what I do in depthly as well, based on the questions that will be asked as well. So, yeah, that'll be it for now. So, thank you.
Wow, amazing, amazing, amazing. We really have great women here. Okay, so Victoria, let's hear from you.
Hi everyone. My name is Victoria Aikins. So it's not Aikins, Miss Dorcas. My name is Victoria Aikins. I'm a final year student of University of Cape Coast reading Bachelor of Science in Economics. I, I double up to be the chapter lead or the president for Coding Ladies UCC chapter. I nearly mentioned a different association. Yes, because I'm into students leadership. So yes, I hold other student presidential portfolios in other associations as well. I'm an environmental advocate that specifically advocates for SDG 6, 12, and 13. Yeah, that's a little about me. What else can I say? I love sports. And as I'm speaking to you, yes, my best team is playing, right? There is a classical going and we're going on in a few minutes, and yeah, I'm here. So, so I support the best team in the world as Barcelona. Whether you like it or not, you can argue with your phone. And aside supporting Barcelona, I play netball. I play
Yeah,
netball. What else do I do? I'm a scholar, so in other scholarship program and mentoring program. In the field of tech, as it stands, let's say maybe I'm jack of all trades now in self-taught data analytics and journey to data science and probably end up in data engineering. But I
wow.
double up as a computer science student as well in a different university,
Wow.
University of the People, USA. Think this is a little bit about me. I'm a little bit annoying. Maybe I should say that. I hope to mention or say more as the conversation goes. But I thank you all, and I'm privileged to be here.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And I got a correction as well. Okay, so without wasting much time, we're going to delve right straight into the discussion for tonight. So, first of all, we're going to look at the journey into tech. So, to Joy, I want to know what inspired you, and I'm sure others would also love to know what inspired you to become a software engineer and how did your journey begin?
All right, that's interesting. I would say money. Yeah, I think I would say money. For starters, because actually my background is non-technical, right? So I didn't get into tech the traditional way. Like you, of course, now I think I'm going to the traditional way, but at first I just happened to manage like my parents' businesses at home, and moving forward, I think I had like 4 years experience doing that even before I got into like after SHS. I think it's called SHS here. So after SHS, I managed my parents' business for a while, 4 years, and then I think I had so many life-changing experiences during that 4 year period. And I just knew that I just wanted something better for myself. I didn't want the regular way of, African parents. Oh, finish school, get good grades, become a doctor, a lawyer. You get your certifications. You come back, you look for a job. You get a good job. You work. You get married. You have kids, and that's where the dream ends. So,
Yeah,
I just wanted something different for myself, right? And so, I started looking up. Okay, what can I do? And I think being in the business field as well, just being able to learn Excel to make my work easier as a young person, like as a youth who was working, that also made me think, okay, what else can I do to actually make my work easy? What can I build, right? And so I started researching about, computers, coding, and all of that. And also pulling it back to the fact that I just didn't want to do the regular job we all do, right, back at home. I wanted something different for myself. So when I searched online, like high paying jobs, I saw coding. And when I got the salary, hey, I was like, nah, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. And so I just took up that on myself and I was like, okay, I'm going to learn how to code. And that was it. I didn't know there was something called front end or back end or cloud or DevOps, nothing. I just wanted to know, learn how to code. And that was the goal that I carried with me. And when I eventually chose my major, like computer engineering, I chose that because, okay, I want to learn how to code. So, of course, if I'm studying computer, that means I'll learn how to code. Very big lie, actually. Because I even see people who are coming up from maybe business, or I have friends who are coming up from pharmacy and nursing and medicine, and they're doing well in the tech space, right? So I don't necessarily have to be studying computer engineering to learn how to code. And mind you, the traditional school system too do not give us that much experience for us to even, become very good at coding if that's the area you want to go. You have to go out of your way to learn, maybe take boot camps, classes, and other things during your spare time. But yeah, that was eventually how I got into tech. I got on campus, joined the Google Developer Students Club. I think now it's called GDG on campus. At my university, started learning how to code. I didn't have a laptop. I had to work during the summer to get a laptop. And then I continued as well, took up a boot camp. Very stressful year for me because I was pairing that with schooling as well. I graduated from the boot camp, decided to put myself out there. That was early last year, January specifically. And I started posting more online about what I do. And I think here I am today, so many internships later, so many jobs later, and basically just loving what I do. And the most important thing for me, not just coding, but also being able to share. pass down the knowledge to somebody, teach, and even if I can't teach you, I can pass down the knowledge. Let me just cheer you on, right? As a woman in tech, let me just appreciate what you do. Let me just celebrate you and advocate for other young ones as well who are coming into the tech space. So yeah, that's how I got into tech.
Okay. Thank you very much, Miss Joy. All right. So, please, can you hear me? Okay. All right. So, to Victoria, what motivated you to step into a leadership role within the tech community?
Interesting question. I think we know the saying that leaders are born, some are born, and some are made. So I believe in the school of thought that I'm a born leader, and in every facet of my life that I found myself in, I could lead as well. I don't wait for perfection to lead. So yeah, whether I have it all or not, that's one inspiration. And as I mentioned earlier in my introduction, I'm already a student leader. So that's one thing that we like, well, if you do it better at this stage or at this facet of your life, why don't you do the transition? Why don't you just transfer knowledge to this field as well and see how best it will be for you? So that's why I took that step. Yes, it's like a journey. I don't know how it's going to be because it seems completely different to you. I don't have a background in um I don't have a tech background, and it's something I'm exploring myself. So imagine exploring a space as a novice, then you want to lead within that space. Yes, the double standards it comes with, but there again, I believe that yeah, it is possible. Sometimes you don't need to know where you're going. All you need to know is where you want to be. So if you get where you want to be, then you just know I've arrived. Thank you. That's how I got into the leadership in tech space.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. All right. So, Joy did not want to be the regular person that everybody gets up during the old. You just grow up, give birth, and then you're just there. She wanted to experience something else. And then Victoria was born a leader in as much as she doesn't have a background in tech. She knows that she can make it there, not looking at what the circumstances may be. All right, so we are moving forward to building impact through tech. So, to Joy, can you share one project you have worked on where you saw your code directly improve lives or solve a real problem? Is there anything like that you've worked on?
Sure, definitely. Okay, let's see. From my professional work, I don't think I can go in depth into those because it's company property and all of that. But I'll just say in general for that, that just being able to be join a company as an intern and build a product, a platform that maybe help them manage their finances better, um, help them manage their workers better as well. Just seeing that platform live, I think that really means a lot. But then bringing it down to passion projects, because I also have some projects I build, like just because I'm exploring and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. So let me try my hand hands on that, right? And also being the first female Google lead for my university as well. I'm very involved in the Google community, and that involves me also facilitating most of the workshops in Accra. And so just being able to see it and maybe think of how to use a particular Google technology to build like an AI solution. And even if it won't be the regular application that maybe users would maybe interact with from time to time, but at the end of the day, putting that particular project on GitHub, and when I'm at the workshop, having the participants clone it, being able to see them run it, to them it feels like magic, right? Because they don't know how it's able to work, but being able to see them run it and we going on with our workshop and taking them through, and most of them are able to maybe build their first chatbots for the first time because of a tutorial I gave. Most of them didn't even have a tech background, but then they're able to attend a particular workshop that I'm facilitating, and they end up building a whole AI chatbot by themselves that is very functional. So for me, I would say that's impact driven right there. You can look at impact in so many ways. I view it in so many ways. For companies, like I mentioned, it's more or less aligned with their goals. So, what do they want as a company? What are they looking forward to building? What's the goal for what they are building? And just having to see that come to life. But then when we bring it down to community, just being able to put something together to teach somebody, maybe create even a repository of resources, for example. Those are projects, open source, that you can that others can be able to have access to use the knowledge they've gotten there to build something, or to even build upon and contribute to what you're already building, right? So for me, I would say the projects are a lot, but they mostly span towards AI and cloud, just because of the workshops I give if we are looking at community based. But yeah, that'll be it for me.
Okay, that's great. We hope that it gets to the universe and everybody gets to have access, and we are hoping for the best. Yes. So, Victoria. All right. So, what's one initiative your chapter has led that you are proud of in terms of social impact? One initiative. If you have more, you can let us know. Thank you.
One initiative that I'm proud of by my chapter. Well, I'm proud of everything. Yes, it might not look successful like as it is to someone due to different lengths of measure for success. But I am proud of everything, mm, from membership and even the initial moments, people making a choice to join a club, a coding club as ladies. That thoughtfulness, that mental shift to go against the norm, to have members that they don't, none of them actually, even in executive space, none of them is a tech student or is in the tech field or have a background in tech. But that bold decision they made alone, for me, I feel its impact. I don't know how they get convinced, but I believe that convincing them with any form of community that they decided to join is an impact. Two is recently we're privileged to have a Python coding class, and yes, people that they aren't in my school. So aside UCC, we have other campuses, to have students from other campuses reaching out to join it, and they showed up well, those particular people, then that is an impact. So if the members, aside the members in the group that might not even show or might show for that's what that is actually for, those that it's organized for. But the people that it was able to reach, who are not within the school, some have not even started school, but it was able to reach them to join. Yes, that that is another impact for me. So personally, I might have my impact, but on my chapter, I think that is an impact for even one person to decide that I'll show up for a course, because you and I know how it is when you're writing exams, when you just ended like a semester, you're going home, you're in the house, you have things to do, you have internships to go attend, and you are taking a course online. Dedication for 2 days alone, I think, is an impact. So yes, that is a measure of impact. I think one thing my chapter has done that I really appreciate, and yes, I must be boastful about, to me, is their mindset, their decision in the first place, the choice to make that decision that I want to be on a tech forward. It's an impact for me. Thank you.
All right, sure, that's great. Has there been any program or anything you have done and you realize that you've really changed lives and you're really seeing improvements?
Yes, I mentioned about the Python. So I don't know the program in your jurisdiction as you're referring to.
Victoria, please, did you get that? Okay.
Hello,
Like in general. Hello, can you hear me?
can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello,
Yeah,
can you hear
yes, I
me?
can hear you.
All
So
right.
has there been any program like a hackathon, something engaging that you've done and you realize that it really helped? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Yes, I
you.
can hear you.
I get feedback. Can you hear me?
You can hear me now.
Yes, I can. No, it hasn't
Okay.
gotten to that.
So I'm asking,
Yeah.
with regards to the initiative, yes.
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay. Can I take the question now?
Oh, sure, I'm listening.
Your line is breaking.
Sorry about that. Is it okay now?
Okay. So my question is, that's fine. So my question is that has there been a program, let's say an hackathon, or you went out for a workshop, a boot camp, where you realized that no, what we did really changed lives, like we really made an impact. Has there been anything like that yet?
Not yet. My chapter is new. That's not an excuse to say just because it's a new chapter, it couldn't embark on such. But the chapter is just a semester old. So yeah, we hope to
Okay,
do that
let's
in the
work it.
future. Can you hear me? Hello.
So for me, I think I can hear you clearly, Victoria.
Okay. So yeah, then it's not my side. So as I said, the chapter is barely a semester old, and yeah, we hope to do such in the future and have more engaging programs, and even go beyond the scope of UCC to extend it to other schools within our school, because my university is the one university in Ghana that has 4 communities within the school. So that's how best we want to expand our cost and impact to the other society communities within the school. But as it stands, that's not an excuse to say, but we haven't had such. Thank you.
Sure, sure. We hope for the best and we wish you all the best in your journey. All right. So let's proceed. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. So to proceed, we are going to look at some challenges and change you derived. So to Joy, as a woman in tech, what has been one major challenge in creating meaningful tech solutions and how did you overcome it? We would like to know. We are
Well,
curious.
this is very interesting. And it's interesting because the challenge is not externally inflicted per se. So I would say that would be imposter syndrome, right? Of course, there are challenges of maybe women
Clearly.
having to prove themselves twice as much. Please, can anyone hear me clearly? All right. So of course, the
Yes, I
challenges of
can.
women having to prove themselves, thank you, twice as much, or having some issues as well getting into the space. But I think most of the challenges I faced are quite self-inflicted. So imposter syndrome, for example, right? Whenever I'm giving a new opportunity, I look at it and I'm like, where do I start from, right? Do I have all the necessary skills for this? Um, do I even deserve this particular opportunity? Especially when I get opportunities that are way bigger than I had expected. So for me, I would say like that's like the core challenge, and it's quite limiting. Like it can be limiting if not dealt with accuracy as well, because then you don't get to take up new opportunities because of that fear of failure or feeling like you are not good enough to take up on a particular opportunity. But I always tell myself that the fact that I'm in a space shows that I deserve to be there, and also with the feeling of imposter syndrome, I just learned that it's something that never really goes away, right? For every stage I take, for every project I build, um, especially when I'm doing something new, there's always that fear. But then I've also learned to leverage on community, reach out to answers, talk to people who have gone before me. That's why mentorship is also important. Get mentorship, also research as much as possible online, and most importantly, ask questions because there are lots of persons who are actually around to help you, especially if you work with a company with very good cultures. So I would say that's the self-limiting factor in particular, and I think everybody faces it. And it's quite normal, right? That's the funny thing. It's quite normal. It just means that I'm growing and I'm taking on new challenges. I'm out of my comfort zone. I'm doing something that I've never done before. And like that's just also a message to ladies out there. You might be learning how to code from scratch. You might be trying out something new, any field at all. You might also be running a chapter or volunteering for any of the chapters as well, whichever locations you are. And it might be something you've never done before. And most times you can feel scared, and that's quite normal. So we just have to do it. So for any time I think of something I have to do and I self doubt myself, I go ahead to do that thing. And that proves that I can do it at the end of the day. So I think the mindset is all that matters. And I just hope that lots of young girls out there also see that this is normal and also seek for mentorship very early in their journey. Thank you.
Wow, you're welcome. That's great. She said I should talk to people who have gone ahead of us. So that's the only way you're going to get your way around whatever you do in this life. So please, as we are moving forward, kindly type your questions in the comment section. And when we are done with this session, we are going to take few questions. And you are free to direct it to any speaker. Thank you. All right, so moving forward to Victoria. What has been the toughest part of leading tech community? And how do you keep your vision alive despite that?
It's always bad. I think everything. Sorry for the laptop, but yes, everything. Getting patron, showing interest, everything. Like everything has been toughest. Has been a tough, and sometimes like I think this the most is mobilizing people for something, right? Yes, they have the interest, but the discipline. So I don't know, the inner drive might not be there as you, the leader you want it to be. Yes, you have the vision, but do the people around you have that inner drive? It's not executive, even with members, like what I was talking about the fighting. At a point, I was literally like fed up because you could join a meeting and you have to test so many people background so that you could join back. So that I think that's so far my toughest one. Well, it's a new space I'm exploring, so I know bigger ones are yet to come in years to come or few months to come. This wouldn't be a tougher challenge to me. It might be the least of it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, that's correct. They have the interest, but the discipline. Sometimes I think the people they surround themselves with. It's also a factor to consider. Yeah, you might have the passion to do this, but then the people around you are not pushing you to do it. So you feel like you feel relaxed. Oh, I can do it later. I can do it later. Then you're 30 years and you're 45. Then that's it. Yeah, so they have the interest, but the discipline. That's a great point. We're going to work on. All right. So at this point, my audience, the floor is open for short and direct questions to the audience. You have a question and you want Ms. Joy to answer, you can just write a question down and then attach her name. If you want Vic to answer, you just attach her name to your question. So we'd like to take your questions in few minutes. Let your question keep coming in, please. Okay, so someone said impressive. Great to hear your journey in tech. All right, so we are waiting for your questions. Please type in your questions, ask questions. The lady is asking, okay, so we are waiting for your questions. Please type in your questions, ask questions. The ladies, these are two great women. You want to learn something from them. I know how it feels when you're doing something as a lady and then you're not getting your way around it. This is the time to talk to people who have been there so that they help you and then you get to know how you're going to go about your tech journey and it's not going to be difficult and too complicated for you. Okay, so Emanuela Mate is asking a question and is directed to Victoria. He said, please, how do you adjust all these with academic work? Wow, that's a great question. Victoria, you being a student, how do you adjust all of these leadership role with your academic work?
Oh, Ella asks me this question almost every time. She's actually my colleague in class. Yes. So sometimes myself, honestly speaking, I don't even know who I am. I do some things and I'll be like, how did I survive this one? How do I get this done? So let me share a funny story. My best friend's on the call. Let me share a funny story. Imagine writing quizzes continuously for 3 days. And I think on the second day, after I met my roommate in level 100, and she's a woman commissioner for UCC. So, what are you up to? Oh, I have a program coming up. It's like, okay, fine. Just because she told me she has a program coming up and the organization is going to be in the evening. So I'll show up for her. I showed up and the next day I had a quiz. I had a quiz going right too. So while studying on campus, I was there for the preparation, the setup, the off the lights. But then everybody, all the main volunteers themselves had left. But before they've all left, I said I'm staying till morning, but because usually I study till morning because I have the paper. And aside this, because I double up in another university, I have to do my courses, like I have to do my assignments for that university as well, which also has that deadline the same day. And the next day I have a quiz in UCC. I stayed at midnight, they off the lights. Thankfully, my phone was charged enough. They have to now use my phone to set up the whole place. I left early in the morning. I don't know. I slept for 1 hour, the whole of 24 hours. I don't know how I read. I went to write a quiz. Monetary economics. I don't know how I finished up my assignment for the next paper. So if I'm honestly speaking, sometimes I set goals, but I don't even follow it. But I think one thing that keeps us going, and you see me everywhere, but still I'm juggling around with academics where sometimes the inner drive, the inner conviction I have for myself. I'm the one person that at my barest minimum, all I tell myself is I can't kill myself. What is the worst case scenario? It is death and I'm not dying. And so what? If I don't do this, and so what? Yes, but I have another code of line when it comes to leadership, whatever I've signed up for, I have to show up for. So I remember even one of my when we were doing a Python class, I had to rush to the house because I manage my mom's work as well. So I had to travel to the house. On the trip, I had to join a call because yes, I'm the president. So because I have signed up for it, I always have to show up for it. That doesn't mean I'll die in the process or I'll kill myself. That's the only way I get to balance it around. I have inner convictions sometimes to prioritizing. So, we have to do a lot of things. But what is the most important thing to do right now? In as much as I was there trying to help my roommate because she's my roommate, that affiliation, I didn't forget I have a quiz to write in the next morning. I didn't sleep till the quiz time. No, I slept barely an hour and wake up to read before I went to write the paper. And funny enough, whatever I read came for the quiz. So I was asking, what if I didn't read? And I went to sit there. So yes, you take responsibility for your actions, you balance things up, and it's going to be rosy. There's no straight way for it. That's the answer I have. There's no straight way, but I have inner conviction myself. The worst case scenario is death. So until I'm dead, it is not over. And you show up for what you've signed up for. That is one thing I also say. Show up for what you've signed up for. Make time for it. It is inconvenience. It might cost you relationships because sometimes you have to be talking to some people. Right now that I'm sitting here, I'm telling you, I have Barcelona match. I have to be preparing my mind to go and watch. As I'm talking, I'll be scrolling on X, checking up updates. Yes. But I have to show up for this as well because I've signed up for it. So yeah, that's how you balance it with academic. You don't be too serious in life too, or else you die early.
Impressive, impressive. That's quite impressive. You're really doing well. Keep it up. All the best. You're really doing very, very, very well. It's hectic, like leadership, balancing leadership, and sometimes people see you out there, they are seeing you doing well. They don't know what you are battling with. But then we are going to overcome it. Keep it up. All right, so to Miss Joy, this is from Diola. So she's asking, what is that one thing you told yourself when you are trying to figure out a new path out? That one thing you told yourself.
Okay, that's interesting. And for me, I always believe that results always speak for you. And in the past as well, I've been able to navigate from not even knowing how to write a single line of code, not knowing anything at all in the tech space, to actually building solutions and not just stopping there, to actually teaching as well, mentoring and showing up for others in the tech space as well. So I think that's what I would say. That I should look back at my results. Firstly, too, because I hardly ever do that. I'm the kind of person that's okay. I set up my goals, and when I eventually achieve that big goal that seemed impossible to me, I just want to move on to the next big goal. I just want to move on to the next thing. So that's actually bad. So I think you should always take time to also appreciate your journey, your progress, and that's something I hardly do because I'm also always busy juggling school with full-time work and community work and so on. But then when I look back, whenever I face any challenge, I'm really thankful as well for the kind of support system that I have. And I think that would also do a lot to any young woman out there who is getting into the space because the support really, really, really matters. Right. I have friends who just show up for an event because I'm speaking there or I'm going to be there. Right. I have people I've never met, even from LinkedIn, who just show up for me in ways that I didn't expect. And I think that's very, very important. And aside those who I would just call like colleagues or friends or those I've met online, there are also those close friends as well that I have. Um, be it childhood friends I've had for years or close friends I happen to make over the recent years. And then whenever I call them, I'm complaining about something or something I'm trying out is not working, or I'm trying to figure out something new. I just talk to them about it. And then most times when I talk to them about it seems like I'm talking from a perspective of me not even having a history before now of doing things. And they just draw me back to the drawing board. Like, you've been able to do this, you've been able to do that within such a short period of time. So I think it's just trust yourself and give yourself grace and sleep and just rest and also pray about it and rethink it over again. And most of them even go ahead to maybe buy me ice cream too. So I think the support system really, really matters. And speaking of support as well, mentorship is very, very important. So, like I mentioned before, I think only a fool who wants to work a path where somebody else, hundreds of people have worked before, without asking for guidance or knowing how it felt for them to even walk through that path and the challenges they face and how they can come out successful. So for me, mentorship is very pivotal. I'm so grateful today that I actually have top women in Ghana here that I can always reach out to for various reasons and for various stages of my life as well. So if I'm about to transition into AI, for example, I have top people in AI I can always reach out to and be like, okay, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. Do you think with the skills I have now, that's fine? Do you think I'll transition seamlessly? What do I need to learn? What opportunities are there in this space? What kind of school do you want me to go for my master's? What kind of course do you think would be nice to study? And most of my mentors, although they're from Ghana, but most of them reside outside the country. They're working there. Most of them are having their graduate studies there too. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to say that I'm navigating a new path is something that will always come. I think that's something that will always come to me. And the beauty of it is that in the tech space today, I can wake up and be like, okay, I want to get into cloud. And with the skills I already have, I can easily get into it. So I'll say talk to someone as much as possible. I have mentees that talk to me, they're getting into web development. And because I've been in that space for close to 4 years now, I can easily give them advices, right? I can easily tell them, oh, do this, do that. Oh, when you learn this, you'll be faster because I also struggle. So I will tell them, I'll give them advices in a way that they don't have to go through the stress I had to go through, staying on something for 6 months just because I couldn't find a better alternative or better resources out there. So I'll just say, look back at your results. Like I've not come this far to just go this far. So there's still a lot coming for me. And just looking back, there's a lot to be grateful for. There's a lot to also give myself credit for as well. And that also gives me the hope as well and the strength to just keep pushing because I know whatever I set my mind to, I'll definitely achieve it. Thank you.
Wow, that's great. That's great and interesting. So Joy is telling us that results speaks for us. So whenever you start something, try your possible best to finish it. Don't stop. Look at the reason why you started. Why did I start? I started because I want to change situations at home, the community. Look at the reason why you started and don't stop. Take a time to appreciate yourself and then get mentors. Mentors is very important in your journey. You need mentors. You don't just get up and start doing anything anyhow. You need people who have been there before. You speak to them, they encourage you, give you guidelines so that you become that successful leader you always want to be. That's really great. You're really learning something good from them today. So Larisha commented, she said, community is very important and serves as a safe space. Yes, and that's very true. Okay, this is going to be our last question. Haruna says that, hi, Vicky. Oh, okay. They are apologizing for their indiscipline, and I think they are promising to be the good people you are expecting them to be. That's amazing. Okay, so we're going to go to the last session of this discussion, which is about inspiring the next generation. So, Miss Joy, what advice would you give to a young girl who wants to build a career in tech and make a difference? A piece of advice for a young girl out there. I think
All
we
right.
called Drew.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, this is actually such a great question. Okay, so first of all, building a career in tech and then also making a difference. And I'd like to also mention that these are two entirely different things because you can build a career in tech, but you're not really making any difference out there. For some persons, that's what they choose. But I think with the gender underrepresentation as well, it's important for women to just keep showing up, right? And also inspiring those who are coming behind them. So towards building a career in tech, I think the advice I would give is that there's a space for you here. And I feel that's really important. Most times people need to hear that as often as possible because I didn't when I was um, going through my career. I didn't see any black woman to look up to. I didn't have mentors like I do now. All I know was that I was just trying to learn how to code. And what kept me actually was just going on YouTube and watching, I just enjoy watching this blog, Day in the Life of a Software Engineer. And when I just see the problems they're able to solve, the lifestyle as well, the flexibility of the job, it just picks me up and I just keep going. So I would say there's a space for you here. If anyone had told me that earlier, that would have really boosted my confidence, and maybe I would have even started showing up earlier than I did, right? But I had to tell myself these things. Although you don't need to hear it from somebody else, but at the end of the day, just having other women, just like someone mentioned, that community is a safe space. Just having other women rooting for you, advocating for you, cheering you on, teaching you, letting you know that it's possible. That does a lot. And we are all on the call today, and just being able to see different women on the call today, that gives me hope, right? So the fact that in Ghana here, at least I can count about 5 women in tech who are on this call, if not six, if not seven, or eight, or nine, or 10. So that representation also really matters. So there's a space for you here. And I also like that saying because of a mindset shift. So I believe that anybody can be anything, anybody can learn anything, no matter how hard it is. It's just up to them how badly they want it, firstly, and then their mindset and their approach towards it. So if you're approaching tech as a very hard field, something that is for people who are smarter, or you have to be a genius or a nerd, then you're probably already getting it wrong, right? I always say that hard work always beats talent. So even if you are very talented, you're very smart, you know mathematics, but you are not practicing, you're not coding. Someone who is dull but is practicing every day will definitely do better than you and even have like better opportunities than you as well. So I always say that hard work will always beat talent. So just keep pushing, just keep showing up, and you are going to make mistakes, right? Lots of them, especially when you are learning. But that's the beauty of it, right? You get something wrong to get it right. So just keep pushing. Even if you fail an assignment today, you didn't know how to build that project, reach out to someone in the community, try it again and again and again till you get it. Like stay on it till you get it. Even if it means you watching hundreds of YouTube videos to get it. That was how I understand Git and GitHub today. So stay on it, and that's how you get to understand it. And with regards to making a difference in the space, that would require more than you knowing how to code. So even if you're the most perfect programmer out there or most perfect tech lady out there, at the end of the day, making a difference will require you showing up for others, you standing up for others, you representing others as well. That can be as little as you inspiring someone with your post on LinkedIn. That can be as little as you clapping hands for someone who just achieved something on LinkedIn or on WhatsApp or the community you are part of. That can be as little as you helping out a fellow lady who is in your cohort with you on your boot camp and learning with you. She's facing an issue, you jump on to help her. That can be as little as you advocating in the little way you can. That can be as little as you supporting the next girl next to you. In several ways, it can be words of encouragement. It can even be, okay, you've advanced, you've learned how to code, you've advanced, now you're making money, you want to change your system. You're looking for who to give your old system to. You're looking for a lady out there who is just having to learn how to code, but she don't have a laptop due to financial challenges, for instance. So you making a difference will require you going out of your way to actually put other people in mind and also help other people rise with you as well. I think that's the beauty of the tech field as well. Someone has to look back at you and be like, okay, I'm here because of Florentia. I'm here because of Anita. I'm here because of Mabel. And that makes all the difference, to be honest. Most times, even aside coding and getting the money, I'm just happy someone reaching out to me. Oh, Joy, I was able to learn this because of you. Oh, Joy, thank you so much for this opportunity you referred me for. I got the job. Oh, Joy, thank you so much for this resource. Now I understand HTML better. That works better for me. Like, I'm able to know that I'm doing something, not just for myself and getting money for myself, but I'm also impacting the life of someone else. And one girl out there, two girls out there, three girls out there are doing better and they have more confidence just by having contact with me and me also showing up for them and just letting them know that they have a place in the space. So my advice would be for you to step into the space. As any other man out there, you also have a space. Like your seat is already there waiting at the table for you. You just have to embrace it and you just have to have that growth mindset. You just have to keep going as well. At the end of the day, I'm just looking forward to just getting to see all of us in the future, in the next 3 years, in the next 5 years, right? Very well dressed, doing the job in tech we love, making that money, especially in foreign currency, and just being grateful as well. And not just that. also seeing that you're also pulling other ladies who are coming behind you as you've also been able to climb the ladder to be where you are today. So that's what I would say, Sammy. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. I hope they've learned a lot from what you just said and they're going to work toward that. Okay, so finally, Victoria, please. We want to be leaders like you, we want to be a leader like you. Do you have any advice for us on how to start before we can get in there? Is there anything we have to do?
So there isn't definitely a straight road or a perfect map, but a little I've learned over the years from others and colleagues, I will share. Firstly, I would say everything starts from you. Yes, to be a leader, it starts from you. So recently, there's a quote I read: "We read to lead." So readers are leaders, and the writers put the leaders right or make the leaders right. If you want to lead, you must be willing to read. You must be willing to learn from others. You should have that inner boldness to approach people, to ask questions. How do you do this? How did you get here? How do you get this done? I don't know how to do it. Sometimes you just admit, I don't know. To learn. The day you cease to learn, you cease to lead. So leadership always starts from us. It's just working on yourself. You turn out to realize that you're pulling others along. It's just me saying that, let me apply for this leadership role, and you just get it. Sometimes you make applications, you don't even expect to get it. I got presidential positions when I didn't even know how to do good CV, when I was not even having mentors. It all starts from you. So if you say you can read leadership books, as I've already mentioned, I read, right? But if you don't take action, so it starts from you. You read, you take actions, and you learn from people. I think these are the three things I mostly say. And in the tech space, there is one thing I've noticed. For myself, I think it's a cliche that we hold with. We think tech is all about coding. No, tech is not only coding. There is more that is to tech. Design is coding. Graphic design is coding. Is tech. When it comes to project management, is tech. When when it comes to digital marketing, is tech. Data analysis is tech. AI ethics is tech. So if you want to venture into tech, you might not necessarily be sitting behind the program, like the laptop programming. You will not you might not necessarily be developing softwares, but your ability even to sell a product online is tech. So that is digital marketing, right? To even create interactive content, you are in the space. To have AI ethics, to know how to use them judiciously, that it doesn't infringe on human rights in any form, or it doesn't go against social norms in any form. That is tech. So let us debunk that idea tech is about programming, tech is about coding. If I don't know how to do Python, no, not everybody can be a programmer. So in the leadership starts from you, your ability to lead yourself, you can pull others along. But if you fail to lead yourself, if you fail to lead yourself to get up in the morning, to do what you're supposed to do in the morning, to lay your bed, to dress good, to show up for the class you're supposed to go for, to sit and study for some things you're supposed to do, you are failing to lead yourself, you can't lead others. So, in as much as yes, we read other books, we practice things for ourselves first. We lead ourselves, we can pull others along. We lead ourselves, everything starts with us. Whatever any impact you want to make in the society, you want to make in the world, unless it is reflecting in you, you can't make it materialize for others to witness. You might have the vision, but if you don't yourself internalize it and see it yourself, you can't even make it work for people to see that this is what I'm talking about, this is what I'm trying to see. So, yes, leadership starts from you. You read, you lead yourself, you learn from others. And most often, one thing that we leave behind is listening. As we are reading or we are learning from others. We have to listen. Listen to the last person. Listen to that person that you met on the road that might not necessarily be a dignity to you. Listen to somebody that's just sent you a random text. Open the text and read. So I sent my chapter members some random messages recently. What do you recommend our chapter to do? They might have an idea. Listen to that person who is not even in the tech space. I want to build a program like this. I want to build a software like this. What do you think it should capture? They might have the idea, but they don't know how to do it. But you know how to write the codes. So when you talk to people and you listen to them, you always get ideas and lead well. This is my submission. Thank you all for having me here this evening.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time with us. So these are some keynotes. I'll just take keynotes from each speaker. So Joy says that we should take time to appreciate our journey. Some of us, we do not do that. You just be doing something. You feel like you have not done anything, but you've done something. Take time to appreciate yourself, to appreciate what you have done so far, where you've come to. Take time to appreciate yourself. And then from Victoria, she said that we should be willing to learn from others. Be willing to learn from others. Humble yourself so that you'll be able to learn from others. I always tell people that even if the person you are learning from is a kid, is from class one, the fact that the person knows what you don't know, humble yourself so that you can learn. So let's be willing to learn from others. All right, so this will be the end of today's discussion. Thank you so much to Joy and Victoria for your amazing insights and inspiration. And a big thank you to our audience for your time, your energy, and your great questions. Let's keep pushing for impact and innovation together. Thank you so much for your time. So you are going to find us on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, when you just type Holding Ladies Club, you're going to find us there. Our session is going to be uploaded. Do well to bring out your comments, whatever you learned from this session. Make sure you come and type it in there. Thank you very much, and do have a wonderful and great night. See you on our next session. We can't wait to have you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
You're welcome.